Hey everybody, I would like to introduce the next tip group for Step Out and Thrive Coaching. I'm so excited to be launching an entire 8 weeks all about interactive appreciation. Interactive appreciation is probably one of my favorite tools, one of my favorite resources to work with clients, to work with groups. If you've been in any of my groups or one-on-one sessions, you know one of the very first things that we work on together is interactive appreciation, because it has literally changed my life from the very first day that I ever really heard anything about it. I've been practicing it, but then the more and deeper and deeper and deeper I walk into this practice on my own and with groups, I've seen God just do amazing things. Let me begin all of this with a preface of the story, and I'm going to change the name, but I do have permission to use it because she's just amazing. So I was working with a client, and I'm going to call her Mary, and she was struggling with just so much anxiety, and she had not left her house actually for a couple of weeks by the time that we connected, and she liked what I got to do because she's like, it's Zoom. I don't have to leave my house. So I was like, no, you don't. And so let's connect. And so we got to connect and we started practicing, you guessed it, interactive appreciation. And as we started practicing the skill, and she learned how to go to a moment within the last week or even 2 weeks where God got to appear to her in a brand new way. And it was in an everyday, ordinary way, but she got to experience God in the middle of it. And soon she realized that she could take these experiences out with her. She started to realize that she was becoming calmer inside. She got to identify what anxiety really felt like in her body. She got to see what peace and rest felt like in her body. But more than that, guys, she got to experience God in a whole new way. And it blows my mind thinking about it, because today she's got a job. She's working out in public, and her job is really like working with people on a daily basis. I'm just like, what in the world? And she still emails me interactive appreciation moments that she gets with God. And you guys, I just can't, when you get a tool or resource like this that you see is so important, it's so impactful, you want to share it with other people. I can't just keep this to myself. So that's why it is going to be the primary focus for this next 8-week group. With that being said, interactive appreciation in a nutshell helps you, first of all, connect with God better in the everyday. It seems impossible, right? If you're going through a storm in your life right now, and maybe you can identify as, I use this illustration a lot of Peter walking on the water and then he sinks, right? And I think a lot of us have been in that situation where you're reaching and when you look up and you see Jesus's hand there, and you're wondering if you should even reach for it, because you're like, well, you're the one who called me to come on this water in the first place. You get that, right? That tension. And the only way you see him is you see him in such the wrong light, right? And we feel like it's not right, but we think it's not right, but inside we're going, man, that feels so true right now. How is it possible to interact with a God in our everyday when we feel like we're drowning? We don't want to ask for his help, right? That's when interactive appreciation helps. It helps you go to a moment, an everyday moment, where you get to see God interact in that moment. And you get to have that relationship with him. You get to connect with what you're seeing, what you're smelling, what you're tasting, what you're hearing, what your body sensations are feeling, what your emotions are experiencing. You get to walk away, sometimes even having an ongoing conversation with God about who you are, about who he is. It's amazing. It's amazing. And so we are going to start at the surface level. I'm going to slowly work our way down. By the time you get to week 4, you will be able to use this interactive appreciation approach not only on yourself. You'll be able to not only do journal entries where you'll be able to share it with another person, but you'll also be able to thoroughly walk through and explain what interactive appreciation is and walk others through a basic interactive appreciation experience. So with that being said, if this sounds like something that you would love to do, I practice this with my kids. I practice this with elementary age kids at our church. I practice this with adults. This could be really simple, or you can go even really deep with it. So this experience, this group is going to start, like I said, from surface level, and we're going to go deep. We're going to go as deep as you want to go. And the next 4 weeks, as you guys know, as tip groups, how we work, the next 4 weeks, I'm going to walk with you as you get to walk with someone within arm's reach. Wherever you are in your community, with arm's reach, you are walking with someone else, and you will be practicing interactive appreciation. As always, during those last 4 weeks, if you're practicing this ongoing with someone and you guys have questions and you get stuck, you can bring that person with you to the check-in calls and we can work through some of the tensions, some of these struggles, some of the stuck points that you have. Because my goal, and I say this all the time, my goal isn't for you to come back and rely on me for these tools and resources. I want you to feel so confident, so called. I want you to experience God move through this and in this, that you want to share it with other people and you feel confident to share it with other people. Okay? That's what I want. More than anything, I want you to feel called. I want you to feel seen. I want you to feel heard. I want you to feel equipped, because God is giving you amazing powers, amazing relationships right now. It's not worth wasting it just another day, right? I want to make sure that you feel like you are using the same tools and resources that you use in your everyday ongoing relationship with God. And you're using these same tools and resources with clients, with people in your church, with your small group, with your own kids, with your spouse. How amazing would that be? So that is what the tip group is for this next season, which is called Interactive Appreciation. It starts here in a couple weeks. And just a reminder, I only have 9 spots. And the reason is, as you guys well know, when I do groups, those people in my groups are my primary priority. I only have a certain number of open one-on-one slots for coaching, and that's why that's capped as well. So in order to get started, if you want to be a part of this next group, here's what you need to do. You need to go to my landing page, my basic landing page, which is bethanyboring.com. I know, really hard, right? You go to my main landing page and you'll see tip groups right there. You'll click on that button and it will take you to the landing page for the tip group. Now, if you've been in one of my groups before, we have an ongoing relationship, go ahead and message me directly and I'll get you to the registration page. If I don't know you, or it's been a while since you've been a part of Step Out and Thrive coaching, one of my groups, one of my one-on-ones, one of my church groups that I have, if it's been a while since you've been interacting, go ahead and schedule a session with me, because that calendar link is for free. Anybody interested in tip groups has a free session with me, because we're able to talk through some things. I'm able to see if this is, and we work together to see if this is the next best step for you, because I want to make sure you feel confident that this group is for you. And I want to make sure me and you jive well together, and want to make sure that you're a good fit. I want you to walk into this confidently. I don't want anybody going to this next step going, oh, I don't know if this group's the right one. I want you to be ready to go, because I care that much about you and I care that much about the group to make sure that it's a safe place. So just to review, your next steps are, if you're interested, go to bethanyboring.com, click on the tip group link, and then go ahead and register for a time. Or if we're already connected, you already got my connection information. And if you don't, that means you need to sign up for a time. That should pretty much limit it for you right there. If you don't know how to connect with me, sign up for a time, and that'll help you out. All right, guys, without ado, you know what to do. Dare to do more than just survive. Step out and thrive. Hope to see you guys soon.